I'm watching. What was that show called? Sentenced to be a Hero on the song.
They put them S tier because they hate everybody else. The Marine Malevolent, whatever they call it.
Damn. Straight to the garbage.
I've heard of the Blood Ravens before.
Yeah, they're from Dawn of War. Huh.
Yeah, but Kat, you gotta remember, and I'm not a Warhammer fanatic like you guys.
Was it also another Tom and Don video? I don't think I do.
You're saying live?
I can't believe you would say that.
That's some.
Chat, you'll never believe what he said next.
You'll never.
Alright, next time on Dragon Ball Z.
They'll definitely believe me.
They won't.
They will.
Chat, don't believe him.
Chat, don't believe him.
Chat, don't believe him.
Don't worry. The chat will believe.
Don't worry, chat can't hear us.
Listen, who are you gonna believe, chat? The guy with a girlfriend, or the guy who claims he's my girlfriend?
That has a girlfriend.
That's a fair point.
Got him.
You got me.
Who are you gonna believe? The guy with a girlfriend or the guy with a girlfriend? Either way, I win.
Either way, I win. Okay, I'm gonna jump up.
Later, nerd.
I'm slated to play Hytale later, but I don't know if you guys think of something else that you want to do. Maybe we can do that instead.
Perhaps.
Get together.
Perhaps. Hello, chat. What the hell am I listening to? Triangle Man, apparently, yes. Okay. Hello, chat. Why, what? There we go. I was gonna say, I don't know why that keeps happening, but it do. Small FGO strikes again, as it normally does. Hello guys, welcome to the Friday stream that was never supposed to be, but is. I did tell everyone that this was going to be a thing, that originally earlier in the week I said we weren't going to have a Friday stream, but basically we have to drive to Jacksonville tomorrow, and girlfriend decided to come over to my house tonight instead of me going over to her house before we drove up. So that freed me up to have an extra stream day with you guys, so I hope you guys enjoy. Next week, I don't know what the schedule's gonna be like. I did mention yesterday that girlfriend might actually come on stream. She's gonna be over at my place Monday and Tuesday. And then Thursday, I believe, I'm meeting up with Mr. Foxforus. So I will not be streaming on Thursday, but I should be streaming Friday. Should. So you guys are going to get at least 3 stream days out of me. You might get 4 next week. So, but just keeping everybody appraised. We also have the big ass front rolling through. So it's going to get spicy cold in Florida this weekend. Cad gets to have the 10-hour Barcast talk with Fox. That's definitely going to be an interesting thing. I did the floor review, the single thud think again, update time. Yeah, I mean, that, like, I had to tell Okeus to put a pause on that video until I could get the new part recorded, but we did that yesterday, so we're pretty Gucci. Weather trash everywhere, I see. Yeah, it's like, it's legitimately got a chance of snowing in like, not like northern Florida. It's got a chance of snowing in like central Florida, which is kind of absurd. You don't really see that hardly ever, honestly. We got FGO and a premiere announced. When did they say it is? I must have missed that because I had quite a bit of work today. The blizzard's coming for me, yes. I do also know we had some people kicked off the Discord. We had some scammers. Nothing super serious. I think we had one person that actually got hacked that's back, but besides that person, there were a couple of other people that were on the Discord that apparently had been flagged as a scammer by Discord. So if you're one of those people and you got kicked and you feel like you shouldn't have been, just message me or one of the mods. Fandom still hasn't added 2027 events yet. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. Fandom has been shit for a while, and I can absolutely make the case for that if you guys want to see. Oh, by the way, chat, highly recommend this. This is a plugin called Fast Stream. And I got this for watching like longer form videos because I got so tired of like waiting on shit to buffer, and then it would like catch up and it would like accidentally like skip like 10 seconds ahead and stuff. And I was like, no, like this is ridiculous. The way it used to be, a video would full buffer. So that Fast Stream plugin will basically open up multiple instances all within the same player and pre-buffer. So that kind of like the old tactic of like, hey, I'm going to open up multiple tabs and set it up at like different points of the show so that I don't have to wait on it as much. Like that's kind of what's going on here. My night's going pretty good. But yeah, so just to make the case, chat. So if you want to see how fandom is crap and we know it, like you guys already denoted, right? Like if you go down to the event list, you have like it up here. So it is the thing, but it's not listed in here. That I can give them a pass on this, okay? Like just being honest, like there is no 2026 yet, and they haven't done it because it exists up here. That's fine. They usually do this anyways for ongoing stuff. Where I can give them shit is if we scroll down, chat, and we go down to like master missions, behold the last time this shit was updated. They legitimately have not updated the master missions in over a year for either server. So it's getting kind of stupid and bad. It's always been a problem, but there's numerous things that are just like not mapped in. And you kind of see it. It's kind of they're just phoning it in. They're doing their bare minimum. I love fandom. It's a great resource. I hope people keep it up to date. And the reason that I criticize it is because quite literally, it doesn't feel like the people care sometimes. It doesn't feel like they're actually trying to do what they need to do. There have been points and times that it has been worse than this. So this isn't the worst I've ever seen it. But I have the reason to call them out because I want this to be preserved. I want it to be a good resource for everybody that's playing the game. Because FGO's resources are dwindling for English speakers. It's almost entirely at this point that you need to basically use stuff like Chaldea app, which is a Chinese run app. You basically have to go to App Media, which is a Japanese run site. Or again, at the end of the day, maybe you go to something like Atlas, but even Atlas is basically a third-party scraping tool that sometimes has issues. So at the end of the day, the wiki is the stopgap that actually is going to help the English-speaking community a ton. And it really just doesn't feel like they do a good job of it. Like oftentimes, I'll have to come in here and check, but like, let's go into the challenge quest. There you go. Why is the challenge quest like basically blank at this point? Although, wait, hold on. No, actually, to their credit, I believe the challenge quest is not out yet on JP, so I may be wrong on that. Or it may have come out today. But the point being, it is? Okay, yeah, I was going to say, I think it just came out today, so I'll give them a pass on that. But usually, like, I could wait all the way until the end of the event and come into the challenge quest thing, and it is never updated. It, like, they update it well after the event ends. And I feel like, then what the hell is the point, right? Like, certainly it helps the NA crowd later on, 2 years down the line. But, like, again, if the wiki is not updated real time, or at least close enough to real time, like same day type stuff, how is it going to really be of use to people at that point? So I talk about this all the time with regards to my own content and saying that timeliness is the biggest like issue that I face. I am one person, I work a day job, and I basically also content create for you guys on the side. And even then, it's still difficult for me to get stuff updated because I'm usually having to produce an entire video on the subject. But this is literally just posting the data basically to your stuff. I get that fandom's not super easy to use. From everything I've ever heard, it's very clunky behind the scenes. So again, I give them benefit of the doubt on this stuff, but I have pointed this out before, and this goes double for other things, that if you're going to have a wiki, you need to make it so that people actually can update it if you're not going to. Like, solicit for help, try to get other people in there, so that the wiki is actually getting tended to and updated regularly, rather than it falling into disrepair or falling behind. This is the same issue that I have with other resources out there, is that they're not very open, and there are a bunch of cloistered individuals usually that just don't let anybody in. And so because of that, they all kind of just vie for their little like power groups there, and they don't, end up actually serving the community as good as they could be. So unfortunately, I think this is just the issue that we have nowadays with a lot of like video gaming communities and really just, fandoms in general. But like, I really would like to see like this sort of thing change. It's got to get a little bit better. It does feel like they kind of insular exclusive gatekeeping. Yeah. And to be fair, I'll say this, my community, at least to a degree, is that way as well. But the reason that my community is that way is twofold. One, because every other community is so insular. And two, because at the end of the day, I have had to basically suffer competitors trying to come in and like abuse my good graces, right? If you're running a wiki for the game, you don't care about that stuff. You're providing a service to the community. You're not like actually trying to compete with anyone. So I look at that and I say, like, if that's how they're acting, it just tells me it's like an ego thing for these people, and they really don't need to do it. I do think there's a level of like, yes, like stuff needs to be signed off on. Things should be, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like actually good in order to do it. But I know for a while, like they had a ton of stuff locked down where not only did you have to sign in and create an account, but you also had to be an approved poster basically to do that. And that's where I think it's like, yeah, because of that policy, you don't see nearly as many people helping out with the wiki that otherwise would. So there's definitely some issues there. Going to JP Valentine CQ and they don't even write the mechanics? What do you mean the JP Valentine CQ? Like, we don't have the Valentine's event yet. Unless you're talking about, like for the upcoming one. Okay, hold on. It'll be 2024. You're talking about this one that's coming up on NA? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is very common. Very common. Like, that's what I'm saying. And usually this won't even appear until after the event. I'm doing pretty good, Hitachi. How you doing? And I am doing okay, Center. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like I said, I feel like for the sake of the community, as this game does age, we've got to do better about this stuff where, like, shit's just not going to get preserved. We're going to drop the ball and, like, no one's going to remember any of this crap. What are the chances pretender female of Vika Braun is the Valentine servant? Nil. Even so, it's 2 years later. I know. I feel like you could at least like throw in the break bar effects. You don't necessarily have to have a whole strategy right up, but at least throwing in the break bar effects would be helpful, right? But yeah, it's just FGO's had this problem for going on the past, like, honestly, FGO's had this problem since year 5. Basically, since Genshin came out, I have noticed that the wikis have been far less good because I think a lot of the people that used to maintain them, their zealotry went elsewhere. They basically said, I'm going to go off and play this other game instead. And it's like, you can do that. I just, to me, it's like, at least whoever's running the stuff behind the scenes, like, at least get other people in then. Like replace those that are lost. And if you can't seem to find anyone, open it up. Like, you know, solicit it. The answer for people is Chaldea app, but I don't want to install an app for my app. Yeah. Yeah, and it's really stupid. Like, Chaldea app is a great tool and everyone should use it, but at the same time, it's like we really shouldn't have to. But this is just the status quo of FGO at this point in time. Bring in another fairy knight, Burrito Mart to help. Yep. The DBZ Battle Wiki completely moved their wiki out of fandom because of how terrible it is. Yeah, I've heard some pretty like bad things about fandom over the years as a like host. And I'm not gonna say it's good. I just, at the end of the day, I like the format and the way it appears. It's what we're all used to. It's, of the wikis that I've seen, it's the most pleasant to look at. Like, I'll be honest, even Atlas, while it'll give you just about everything, Atlas has a major problem with how it displays info. It is not very good to look at. And that's why usually if I'm talking to you guys about something on Atlas, I have to explain it to you. I have to like point out this like line or that line and say like, this is why this is a thing. It's user friendly, yeah. After losing my previous data in Chaldea app, I quit using it. Calthea app is still fantastic. Like, I would recommend at least putting it back in, but it is definitely a lot of work to get it in the first time. They do have a web version now that you guys can use instead of some like app if you don't want to. And to me, that almost sounds better because apparently the web version auto updates as opposed to like the app version and you having to sit there manually extracting it every time, which I think is the most colossal like mistake that they made when designing that app. That app should literally just update on its own, like and like it just you have just like a download and it downloads the new package and installs itself. You should not have to like reinstall the app every time. Just remember to back up data whenever you clear cache, yeah. Yep. I started with Game Press for FGO. I like the way it looks. Didn't care for the tier list. Yeah, Game Press at least was good for like mobile format. The problem was when they made everything mobile format. I don't know why Game Press opted for that. That was one of the dumber decisions I saw them make. And it's like, I guess they just kind of got lazy and they didn't want to have a different version, like a web version and a mobile version. So they just said, we'll make everything look like it's mobile. It's kind of amazing that these decades-old games can beat some of the newest and hottest gachas. I mean, it's not surprising to me. In the same way that, like, if you look at, like, MMOs, like, WoW is still one of the most popular MMOs 20 years later, right? Like, why? Why do people stay, like, devoted to WoW? Because if you've played WoW for 20 years, why the hell would you play anything else? There's almost like a bell curve of like after a point you're just locked in. There's no reason you have. It's not a sunk cost fallacy anymore. It's an actual sunk cost. Like the amount of devotion and effort that you've put into your character just absolutely is like paling in comparison for anything else. And the amount that you would have to like do in order to get that same like benefit in another game is just astronomically high. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, I'm gonna go farm some ether convergers real fast. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Wait. Yeah, no, I did want ruler. I probably shouldn't do that. The Ocean Flyer. 2010's gotcha is just built different. I despise most games from this decade. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Live service is the absolute death of video games at this point. Like, the way that live service games handle things is so unfun. It is just a chore. It is just repeated annoyance. And it just does not help. Hmm. Debating how I want to do this. I don't remember if that NP damage up is multiple turns. What are my plans this weekend? Like I said, I'm going to Jacksonville with a girlfriend. We are celebrating her friend's birthday. They finally made one of the high level nodes actually drop hard to the foreign con. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like gacha games in general just really kind of suck for that, because they are fundamentally designed to keep you playing. Like I was talking about how Rivals has actually gotten better about their live service mechanics, and they've become a little bit more generous with how you can gain like the currency for the battle pass. So you don't have to like constantly play Rivals. You do have a set of like weeklies, and you also have dailies, but the dailies stick around for a long time. And I believe the weeklies also accumulate. So like you legitimately can just get done like you can kind of like binge it all in the last like couple of weeks. You don't have to play it day to day if you don't want to. And you can let it pile up and then complete it all at once, which is way better than it used to be for that game. And that's where it's like, yeah, so really you only have to play at some point like towards the end of the battle pass and you're probably good. But that's where like I feel like more of these live service games need to recognize that this is a problem and that people are just getting burnt out. They just want to play a game and have fun. They just want to like be entertained, but doing dailies is not an entertaining enterprise. And I feel like they don't understand that. That's not going to work. Gonna do that and mighty chain it. Shadow Cirque has become one of my favorite because the actual stakes, unlike most of the Grand Magic games, yeah. Think we'll ever get enough party cost to slot a full 5-star team with 5-star Cs? No. I mean, there were a couple times during the finale there where we had quote unquote infinite party cost. And I feel like that was an interesting way of handling things. But I don't think you'll ever actually like, because again, keep in mind, if they allow, oh, why am I hearing that double now? I think that's why. Okay. Amy, thank you for the follow. And sorry about the double notification there. But yeah, I feel like they'll never completely get rid of party cost, because to do so defeats the entire point of having the system. And if you're wondering, why do we have party cost? Why can't we just take 5 stars? Because then why would you ever use low star units? That is why party cost is there. They want you to sometimes have to take low stars, even if it's just like in the back line. I love potatoes. Nice. Do you like steak? What's the party cost maximum? That's whatever I have on JP. Well, technically it's not. Technically it's one more point. So it is 118 is the party cost maximum on JP right now. Wait, you're farming in JP and NA? Yes, I play both servers. I feel like I should advertise that more. I do feel like there's a lot of people nowadays that don't realize that I play both. Ask him about the dual autos. Yeah. Thankfully, I haven't really had to do that in a while. I would like the AP to at least be max 160. I feel like the only reason people feel that way is because of other games, but I do agree that a larger pool allows for more time to like not have to play the game. So if you have like say a pool of 160 as opposed to a pool of like 140, that is an additional 20 AP. You get an AP point every 5 minutes, right? So that's 20 times 5, which is what, an hour? Extra hour? No, hold on. My math here is wrong. Dad, do you ever regret abandoning JP's free to play status? No. No, I don't regret it. But I am at the point now of saying JP is probably going back to being free to play again. Unless they really tempt me with something. $12 points is an hour. Okay, thank you. Yeah, sorry. I could not, like, my brain could not math for a second. 12 points is an hour. So you've functionally added like an additional at least hour and a half if you have an additional 20 points added. And technically it's not an additional 20 points, more like 15 or something like that. So it is what it is. But yeah, see, I'm at 146 right now, so it would probably be like 147 by the time I cap out. But yeah, I do agree that like having the additional AP is nice because it is just like for people that have like an 8-hour workday and stuff, and it just makes it so they don't have to play more than like twice a day. You play once in the morning, you play once in the evening, and you're good. As opposed to the way it is kind of right now, you can almost like have to play like 3 times in a day, and I do think that's a little annoying. What is the main argument about playing JP over NA besides from playing newer content? There isn't one. That literally is the argument, is newer content. Otherwise, there's a whole bunch of hurdles that you have to go over. So like I really just don't see it. Some people would maybe say like the community and stuff. I don't think that's an actual consideration considering the language barrier. And then people will sit there and say like, oh, you know, like there's like translation apps and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, but there's still a language barrier there, and that does not change that. Let's do it like that. If you could understand Japanese, it'd be worth it, I guess. Yeah. What we have is 12 hours of time to max out if you have 0. Well, let's see. So I have 146. Well, let's assume it's 147 in the end, right? Times 5 minutes divided by 60. That's not right. Did I do minus 60? Just divide by 12. Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you. Yeah, so it'd be... Wait, what? Huh? No. No, my math here is wrong. Why am I, like, failing at math today? So that's how many minutes that's worth. Divide by 60 to get how many hours? Yeah, so that's 12 hours. Okay. I was right. Just divide the max stamina by 12. Yeah, that actually does work. Okay. So yeah, I mean 12 hours is not bad per se. The thing is I think like, let's see, what is it? If it's 140 divided by like 12. So where's the break even point? Is it right there? Is it 144? Yeah. So at 144 AP, you can go 12 hours. So at that point, you can theoretically only have to play twice a day. But most people just don't do this. So it's like, to me, the reason I don't mind it is, let's say you had 160, right? Goes 13. Well, how much would we need? Yeah, I feel like 180 would actually be like a more well-rounded number at that point. But do I think we'll ever reach this? No. But at least in like 15 hours, you can go like the majority of the day without having to play. Thankfully, in all seriousness, like now that we have blue apples, it's really, to me, it's not as big of a concern. Especially because they have over the years now added additional like blue apple currency to keep people having it. I think they need a more sustainable like source of the whatchamacallits. The like the leaves, right? Like, and what we could do is we could get that from like the evocation leaves. That would also potentially be a like good use of them. The saplings, thank you. So yeah, it's like getting the saplings from the evocation leaves would be really nice. I look at that and I say like, it's really, I don't see most people like capping out unless they A, stop adding story to the game, which you have bigger problems if that's the case, or B, they just straight up like the person is just straight up like overusing it. Like all they do is make blue apples. I may as well just do another run here. But that's the only actual issue there. And I feel like most people I know do not run out of blue apples, and if you do, you're probably doing something wrong. That has been my interpretation over the years. Is that by running out of the saplings, it means that you haven't been playing the game enough. Trade the command code removers for saplings. As long as it's not a 1-to-1 rate, maybe. Oh, whoops. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. Technically, just to be efficient, you need to do 3 runs a day. Right. And that is kind of my point. I think the only way they could be more generous is if they said, like, hey, your 3 daily runs, kind of like in Rivals, like you don't have to do them that day. They just stack up. And that would be nice. But, you know, I think the problem is people probably couldn't be trusted with that sort of thing. It's more an issue of not really having mats I need during non-event dead weeks. Well, like, what materials do you need? Like when you're not in an event. 10 code removers for 1 sapling? That's an awful exchange. I'm saying it needs to be like multiple saplings for 1 code remover. Because, like, I just straight up do not care about code removers, and I would not buy them even if there was a 1-to-1 exchange. That is just more farming I would need to do. What if when you used a code remover, it removed itself from your account? I mean, that is what happens. Will they just do away with those? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't see the point of having them exist. There is literally no point to them. Yeah, so let me see. When did they announce Valentine's Day? It's on the 4th because the live stream is on the 3rd. Yeah, I mean that's about what I expected. I'd like to see an option to auto make blue apples if you cap out on AP. Oh, that's dangerous though, because like, what if you just capped out like 5 minutes ago, and now you're ready to play? Like, to a degree, you're not wrong. If it would at least like just keep auto cycling like one at a time, that'd be okay. But I would be worried that it would like full full mag dump my my AP bar if I just hit cap for like 2 seconds. FGO devs are just being stubborn trolls at that point. I don't think so. I think you can always, instead of assuming malice, you can always assume laziness is the issue there. They don't want to put in the effort to remove them. And chat, this is gonna sound crazy, but I legitimately do think they just what's the word I'm looking for? That like they basically just copy paste certain things when it comes to coding. And then all they do is like they copy paste the archetype and then they just change what the filler actual stuff is. So for instance, with like event rewards from a shop, they copy pasta that shit and then they switch it up a little bit. And that's why you still have things like blapples in there. Oh, nice. I just see what CZ posted. The King of Cryo, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I personally would like them to alter the skill in Ascension instead of showing you one by one. I'd like to be able to like batch upgrade, but people have said before there's like a patent on that, so I don't know. I don't know if that's the actual reason or not, though. $300. My only issue is I don't like small keyboards. I like keyboards that have the numpad and like the insert home, page up, delete, end, and page down buttons. Actually, okay, so technically some of those are over here, but I very much prefer to have an actual numpad on a keyboard. I know a lot of people are like, I don't use that. I'm like, okay, cool. I use it all the freaking time. Because it is, to me, it's like it's just the fastest way of actually typing in numbers. Thank you for the 23 Cal. Hope you're doing good. Fancy Arturia keyboard? Yes. I like numpads too. The big thing I use numpads for is whenever I'm playing Sudoku. I don't. I use numpads all the time for work. I'm joking. You're an accountant, of course you want a numpad. I do, but at the same time, like even if I have to like let's say I had to like type in my credit card or like type in someone's address or like any other like longer string of digits, I literally like yeah, I'm way faster with a numpad than I am with like trying to type it on the normal keys. The Mordred numpad extension for it, that'd be funny. Decap set mousepad gaming cushion. I mean, if they had a variant of this that had the numpad, I'd be all in. Like you can see people are like, is there a full keyboard? Speaking of which, chat, I think I've upgraded my Sudoku capability. So chat's used to seeing me play like normal expert Sudoku. Sorry, extreme Sudoku. But chat, have you ever seen me do killer Sudoku? Wait, why is there one filled in? Fuck that. There. Chat, have you guys ever seen me do killer? Do lunatic reverse Sudoku? No, here. This is... Wait, no, there's no 3 in there. Is it zoomed in or is it just me? There you go. So I just already know some of these combinations, chat. So that's part of the issue. I've played this enough times now. So if it looks like I'm filling these in at like light speed, that's why. There's a lot of 15s there. These nuts? Yeah. If you guys understand the basic premise behind Sudoku, it is all math. But it's usually fairly straightforward. The first little bit here is me just filling shit in. That can only be 8 and 9. I believe that's how 12 works. So there's certain rules. And I would have to like sit here really explaining the rules. Okay, now we're gonna get rid of 1 and 3 entirely in this. Which, because 1's gone, 4 can't be there. Because 3's gone, 2 can't be there. 6 can't be there because 3 is gone. 8 can't be here because 1 is gone. 1 can't be in either of these. 2 and 4 can't be there. So that means because this is a 9, 5 pairs with 4, so 4 can be there. 7 pairs with 2, so 2 can be there. 5, 8, and 7 cannot be there. These 4 are all locked in. 2 and 4 cannot be down this row. And there's other ways you can, of course, do it. So, like, for instance, you can add up like anything in a column. So, like 6 plus 12 here, ends up being, sorry, a quadrant, not a column. 6 plus 12 ends up being 18, plus 17 ends up being, shit, what's 18 plus 17? $35. Plus another 17, that's going to be 7. Because basically each quadrant adds up to 45. So the leftover remnant there that was hanging off this quadrant, that one square, was 7 due to simple math. Because I just added up the total, subtracted 42. Or 45, sorry. So, like, there are numerous ways you can handle this stuff. Clearly, that can only be 9, that can only be 8. All of this adds up. Like, for instance, let's just grab actual calculator here. So 6 plus 4 plus 15 plus 15 is 40. That means this is 5. And that means this is 4. I don't have a perfect sequence there. I don't have one there. I can add across the bottom here, though, to figure out some stuff. So 9 plus 18 plus 4 is 31. That means this adds up to 14, which means this adds up to 16. Sometimes that's useful knowledge. In here, it's not really useful at all. Actually, it is useful. So because we know it adds up to 14, it cannot be 7 and 7 because you can't have the same number twice. Therefore, because 7 is gone from each of these, we can say that, like, 8 can't be up here and 8 can't be up here. Also, since we have to add up to 14, no combination where 9 works is a thing. So 9 can't be here, thereby making 6 incapable of being up here and 6 incapable of being up here. Now we've isolated the numbers down even further, and now because we have a line of 8 and 6 here, you can't have 8 and 6 here, you can't have 8 and 6 here or here. Now we know what 3 numbers actually comprise this, and just to test, the 18 is what these 3 rows have to add up to. So 7 and 9 is 16, plus 2 is 18, so there you go. That literally, it hard works at that point. I'm just waiting for the Pythagorean theorem. No, you should see there's some harder ones where I've had to like actually like break it down and start adding like trying to like parse what certain squares actually add up to and use it to like reverse engineer almost like you would with like, you know how like some of the like trigonometry stuff where you like add up angles to get like an equal and opposite angle. You almost have to do crap like that in this to solve it. So for instance, we have this one little quadrant of the 19 hanging off right there. So we're going to take 19 plus 3 plus 10 plus 14 plus 5. That's all those in there. That leaves 51. Minus 45 means that this specific square is 6. Okay? And there you go. So that's, you can kind of start to fill certain things in by doing that. So for instance, now I have almost across the board all of that added up. So 9 for this, plus 7, plus 8, plus 9, plus 6 is 39, which means these 2 remaining squares, the one right here in the 8 and the one right here in the 6, that are not in a line, they are only going to be a total of 6, which, as you can see, nothing is higher than 6, so I can't eliminate it. But basically, any combination that achieves that will work. Because we know it's a 6, that means the 3 cannot be there. This also means that we know that this quadrant right here, these 2, are worth 10, since 7 minus 17 is 10. Like I said, you do get certain knowledge from this. I can also eliminate 8 and 9 from all of these. Because of that, we know that 4 can't be here because it's a 10, and it can only be 3 and 7, which means 3 and 7 cannot be in any of the other quadrants right there, which reveals 4 and reveals 9. This also reveals 7 and 8, and 9 and 6 down here. That reveals 2 and 4 there. So you can see you start getting stuff filled in fairly quickly, usually. Okay, because of this, we can solve for that that side of the 9 there. So 15 in the middle, 14 plus 8 plus 7 is 44. So this is literally 1. That means the remaining can only add up to 8, which means 4 can't be in here twice, and 2 physically cannot be here. So this makes it 5 and 3. 5 and 3 then can't be in any of the other squares in this quadrant. Doesn't help me out too much, but it's a thing. Because 5 isn't up there now, 1 can't be here, so now 2 and 4 can't be in any of the other squares of this quadrant. That means 6, because 1 and 6 are here, can't be there, and there you go. We get... Oh, shit. I made an actual mistake, only because I, actually typed the 8 before I moved. I don't really consider that an actual mistake, though. 1 and 6 here would eliminate the 1 and 6 here, which makes that 9. 3 is there, 2 is there, 2 is here. 3 cannot be here. So therefore, 5 can't be in any of these others. We already knew that was 10. That eliminates 4 and 6. So you can see I do very much bounce around when I'm doing this stuff. There's 6, there's 9, there's 1, there's 6. There's 3, there's 1, there's 1, there's 3. There's 3, there's 1. It's gonna start solving really fast now unless I hit an actual snag. Because you can almost just go around filling things in once you get enough of it solved. There you go, chat. I just solved an expert killer Sudoku in 10 minutes. That's actually my best time, just FYI. I had not had one as good as that before. And like I said, the mistake that I made wasn't even really a mistake. It was like, oh, I tried to click out of the square and the game didn't let me. But I've had a couple of 12-minute games. Now do sub 9, Mr. Speedrunner. So that chat's aware, expert killer Sudoku doesn't usually start you with any of the numbers. Now, you will occasionally, if I restart and, get a new one, right? You will occasionally get, a square like this where it's that's pretty much it giving it to you, right? But I've had ones where they do not give you a single square. There's no single square that you can just fill in. Usually, the more of these that there are, the easier it is. But there's also certain combinations, for instance, 17. 17... when you consider that you have to work through the numbers of 1 through 9, and there's only 2 squares, you need a combination of numbers that adds up to 17. There's only 2, 8 and 9. So, certain things are just going to be that way. For instance, 4. What numbers would add up to 4? 1, 2, and 3. But 2 can't be in here twice, so it can only be 1 and 3. There's a lot of really simple logic rules. 16 is very similar to 17. Only 7 and 9 can be in there. And then you have something like this, where that has to be 7 now. That has to be 9, and that has to be 7, and then that has to be 8, and that has to be 9. So just because of all of this in such close proximity, it self-solves itself. But you're not always going to get ones that are that easy. And sometimes they're legitimately difficult. So, yeah, it is what it is. I'm not going to bore you guys with more Sudoku, but it is an interesting thing nonetheless for me. And that's where I go yeah, okay. It do be. There's some crazy analysis of Sudoku with funny names. I've gotten really fast at processing it. Unfortunately, I usually have to like haul out a calculator for the for like the killer Sudoku, because it gets a little bit much to sit there and add up like 4 to 5 different like multi-digit numbers in your head. So I just go like, yeah, I'm just way faster if I use a calculator. But technically, you would not have the capability of doing that all the time. And there are times where sometimes when I try to like brute force head math it, I do make a mistake. So it be what it be. Yeah, there ain't jack shit to do in FGO. Not right now. So, what if we play more Hytale? What if we Hytale it out of here? Four below 8 and middle left, yeah. It's funny because I sent that to Bob, and Bob was like, "Oh yeah, I've seen this before." Oh, okay. Hold on, chat. Would you guys let me do a poll? Let me actually do a poll here. Okay, you have 1 minute. Answer fast. Majority rules. And this is like what you'd rather see me play. Interesting results. Did you know about Fortnite X Honkai Star Rail? I did not. I assume it's happening in Fortnite. I'm gonna be honest though, I don't really know anyone that plays Fortnite anymore. Like even my nephews don't play. Oh. So Elden Ring made a decent push there, but it is Hytale that wins. That's fine. We can play more Hytale. I did say I was gonna do Hytale, so. Elden Ring almost got the comeback, yeah. Yeah, I haven't played in like 2 weeks. Okay. So chat, if you guys have never seen Hytale, it's like Minecraft with more like roleplay-esque mechanics. Oh, wait, where am I? Oh, okay. I was in the Forgotten Temple. You've picked up Fortnite again recently? That's surprising. Like I said, I legitimately don't know anyone else that has. Morph potions, decorative chests, eternal seeds. So I really want to know if they've fixed water in this game, because that's still my biggest thing. And I don't know if someone wants to do like a quick YouTube search for me, but I want to create an infinite water node that I can keep taking water from for like irrigation and like building purposes. But if they have not made that, I am severely disappointed in them, because I know they did a couple of updates, but I haven't been able to like pay attention to what they did. Oh god, the bear! Okay, my bed is this way. Isn't there a way to... Ah, it's V. So the good news is you don't have to jump. You can just kind of walk up stuff too. Is that a polar bear? Bears Groot? I do be feeling that way. Yeti. This game is, it kind of has certain, like, almost like Valheim-like mechanics to it too, though, which is one of the things I like about it. Might have been a drop bear, indeed. Dude, what is with the wolves? Holy shit. Thank God none of the other doors are open. I don't know why that was open in the first place. I've heard you can't attack through walls now, though. Which is big sad, because that was like 100% the thing that I was exploiting. Damn it. Stamina management also sucks. I have the lattice work ceiling. Yeah, my shit's all borked. Yep. Hmm. Okay, there we go. Did Did I grab all of my stuff that I dropped? Looks like it. So, I know there was something that I wanted to craft, and I'm trying to remember what it was. So, has anybody managed to find out anything about the water in this game? Is the live stuttering for anyone else? It does appear like it's dropping frames. I don't know why. Unless... Oh! No? YouTube's not down... Or not YouTube, Steam's not downloading anything. Huh. Let me stop stream and switch shirt. Well, it looks like it's fine. Let me know if it starts stuttering again. Maybe it just like was downloading and then it finished. I know one of the things I wanted. Okay, I definitely need wheat. Do I have any other seeds? It's just ice thawing off the servers? Probably. But there was like, yeah, the capture crate is what I need. I need more essence of life. Okay, there, it's sorted by type. I still also don't know it like what the most efficient fuel is in the game. Yeah, see, those three just went out real fast. They gotta get in the flask, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I need the capture crate in order to get animals. and animals will provide me at least sustainable like food at that point. But I think the thing that I do miss is like some of the Minecraft tactics of like, yeah, like I have an infinite water hole and stuff like that. But it unfortunately just does not seem to be the case. So I have to keep like ferrying water back and forth. And I can't tell you how freaking annoying that is. So it's like if I can solve the water issue, that's a big one. Oh yeah, they patched it. Why do they keep patching infinite water? Okay, so one of the things I am reading. Don't ask, chat. Apparently it does wet soil right next to it, but obviously you need to keep doing that. I do need to keep doors closed for the nighttime. Is there anything useful? There's all these like decorative chests and their materials are so freaking annoying. Pottery. Oh. A cauldron. Christmas stuff. Halloween wagon. Winter roll. And the furniture maker seems to be relatively useless at the moment. I still haven't found thorium, but I've heard it's in the desert. So that sounds like an adventure we need to have. The other problem I'm having, just like legitimately, is keeping my gear in like decent shape. I feel like I just perpetually lose durability, and there's like no good alternative. Like copper stuff just kind of freaking sucks. Yeah. Wood is legitimately the best. Hal, how's it going? How you doing, bud? I also need to look at the leather. I have a ton of leather, and I don't really know what to do with it. Okay, so it looks like it gets used in higher level stuff. There we go, chat. Now I have helmet. Why won't you grow? Need you to grow. There's also a teleporter. Can I make a fence? That... Okay, I was gonna say, did that go in my inventory? Wait, is there a way to rotate that? There we go. Is that a bear? Please stop being a bear. Let's just put stone at the edges. Okay. How is this compared to Minecraft? I like the aesthetic of the game. There's a whole lot I prefer to this over Minecraft. But the things that are pissing me off are some of the, like, in my opinion, it's much more of a minor thing. Like, again, like the way that water works doesn't work like Minecraft. And that makes it really annoying because it stops you from doing a lot of the cool stuff that you can do in Minecraft. So that's kind of my primary complaint at the moment. Okay. Can I do anything with wool scraps? Can I put wool? Nope. And if I can't do nothings with yous, I'm not gonna do nothings with yous. Did I just hear something shoot at me? I also don't know how to make glass, or if you even can. Okay. Gotta at least put the candle in that corner. Got a weird client today? I see. Okay, so now I can make the capture crate, which is used to capture small animals in order to bring them back to your home. Wait, an eternal wheat seed bag. What? Well, it's one use. I wonder, yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if the plant itself is eternal. If so, that's great. Let's craft a feed bag. I don't really want to venture out at night because even though it's beautiful at night, it's also deadly. And I'm quickly learning, don't go out at night. Okay, the bear's still over there. Gotta find something worthy of capturing. I believe there were chickenses. Also, I swear to God, if like this crate is a one-time use, I'm gonna be so upset. Just don't miss with the crate. Yeah. I actually don't want him. I want something else that I know, like you know chickens are worth. You know it. Lava chicken. Cad's lava chicken. Okay, sheep could work too. Is there a baby sheep? Show me your children. You've been bad. Okay, there's at least chickens. Oh, are these pigs? Okay, so it looks like I can use this multiple times. I have stolen a pig. I think my one regret is, again, I just did not build close to water. It's like, I don't mind having to go get animals. That makes sense. But water? Having to go get water is just fucking annoying. Motherfucker! That damn piggy bastard. Wait, what? Why would that double... Okay. The hell is the point of having a fence if he can use the feed bag? Okay, let's try this again. Oh, fucking God. Yeah, can't get out now, can you? You little shit. Ah! Okay. Now, how did the pig get out? Hmm. I feel like he's just not gonna do it again, is the issue. Like, as long as I keep my eye on him. I also, like, low-key wonder if I go too far away, will it, like, despawn? And I also wonder if animals can, in fact, like mate. These are all things that, like, I have questions about. And it's like, at face value, if you assume that it's a Minecraft clone, you're probably fine. But if you don't, because you realize that it's not all the same, then you start realizing, like, wait, how much don't I know? I got a cow. I got a Highland cow, chat. I should probably focus on getting 2 of a kind of animals, but I'm kind of at the point of being like, I just need all the animals I can get and see if they age up. I also need to just make a fucking teleporter. It's apparently I've unlocked the ability to make a teleporter, but I don't know how to make it. Like, I don't know what crafting station it's under. And I'm sure it's prohibitively expensive, because of course it is. Can't put them in there. There. Yeah, I gotta, like, find which crafting station it's on, though. Unless it's just something I can craft from my pocket? Does not look like it. Arcanist workbench? Okay, perfect. So that's what I need to focus on next. Which I think it legitimately was... Oh no, I was probably going to focus on the other one. So I need thorium. I need myth some thorium. Thorium, yes. And I need the desert for thorium. That doesn't look like desert. Now I have plenty more of that. Just trying to get rid of as much stuff from my inventory as I reasonably can. The problem, again, is I just don't know what direction the desert's in. I do think I'll make a second pickaxe, though. Or at least a repair kit. Probably the better idea. Whatever, we'll go north. I kind of haven't. And I just happen to remember it saying that, like, thorium is in the desert. I don't know what a pine cone's used for. Oh, I thought that was a horse. But it's a meese. The Mooskow. A Hooskow Mooskow. A Moose Bull. Oh, hello there, Iron. Wait, it's a Quebec? I think Quebecs are friendly. Spices, salt, dough, mushroom salad, meat skewers. Okay. Huh. I don't know if this is like their store and I'm just stealing from them. But I'm taking it all, and it's mine now. All of your stuff is mine. Simply because it gives me life essence. Hey, y'all gonna eat any of this? Ow, what? Ow, what? Ow. What the what? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck was that guy? I want them to know that I saved their life. And I demand recompense. All of these Quebecs were going to be slaughtered by that berserker. If not for me. In my benevolence. I don't want to make this my respawn. Dude, it's so small. Okay, so they have a tree house. Where do you guys keep your valuables? Asking for a friend. Ow. You guys built this whole treehouse tower. Okay, I was gonna say, and you put nothing in it, but they did. They actually put things in it, chat. Is that all wheat? What is that? What's that? Oh, shit! Oh! Oh! Wait. That's a big boy. Like, is that gonna kill me? Like, what is... Snapjaw? That grass? Or is it like lichen? There's a village in here. I'm gonna die. Mature cotton, hell yeah. Give me some cotton seeds. I do like the exploration aspect of this game. It does feel like they actually incentivize it compared to Minecraft. Is that a bat or is that now? Oh god. Ow, ow, what the? Ow! What is that? What is that? What is that? Why does it want to kill me? Well, that's lava. Nani? Maybe head west? 18 plus cotton, apparently. Mature wheat? Damn, lavender sucks. Doesn't give me any stuff. Is it just foggy? Is that a snake? The Everfrost? Okay, so that's crystals. Oh. Whoa. Like a Yeti or something in there? Void spawn. Nope. Cobalt ore. God. That rat kill a creature? Oh, shit. That thing's right on my ass. Oh! Ah! Sucks to suck. Oh, that's ice. Oh, God. I can't swim. That's just like lava mountains? Are we gonna get to see lava chickens? Chad, do you guys think a wooden bucket can carry crystalline depths? The biome? Oh. Oh. I wonder if there's a mechanism for being able to go underwater. I guess you could, like, tunnel and, like, get rid of water. It's so dark. It's not dark anymore. I don't trust that that's not physical lava. There's the obsidian, right? Like... when will it be daytime? I can't see shit, dude. I have to navigate by lava lamp. I just want to see if this is like a village over here or not. It's a cool biome, though. I do like it. I legitimately hope that there are boats in this game. Because this kind of sucks. Are those lava trees, chat? Well, we don't get to find out. Because there ain't no way up that. To a sheer mountain face. To be fair, this is how it all is. And if I had brought my stairs, I might have been able to climb up it by just placing them, but... it would have sucked. A lot. Okay. Well, let's not go in there. Yeah, you ever just scared from the environmental music? Like, you know it's not quite boss music. But you're still kind of terrified. A high roll chest. I will certainly take the thorium pickaxe. I don't think pine cones do anything. And I want this chest. It just looks badass. I'm just terrified I'm gonna like run into something down here and get like horrifically one shot. Adamantite. Jesus. This is a good vein. They're about to accuse me of delving too deep up in this shit. I'll have to leave that one on the wall. Unless I can knock it and get it to me. At that point, you just grab it, chat. But yeah, just for the journey, just that adamantite alone, I feel like is worth. Like, I got 13 adamantite ore, so like later on when I need that to like advance something, I don't have to go find it. I just have it now. So as it stands, this place was definitely worth coming to. Boy, they really like their everything on fire. Thorium helmet. This is now a debate of like, what do I need? Isn't there a teleport system? There is, but ask me how that works and I could not tell you. I hate like actively having to debate about like what to bring. Okay. Heavy leather is useful. More adamantite ore. Jesus. Thorium gauntlets. Yeah, why the fuck not? I wouldn't mind that potato sprout because then I can grow a potato, but... I think we just say some of these raw materials are not worth. And now I use my berry to beat up this high roll chest. Huh. Burnt wheat. What's that? Black orchid. Interesting. Did they just 420 blaze it themselves? Or did they spawn in? Burnt skeleton soldier. Yeah, let's not fuck with them. It's a silly thing. Huh. That a skeleton horse? Do it, you won't. Yeah, do it, you won't. Hmm. I'm so tempted to collect whatever that is. Oh! 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 That was not worth the risk. How's not Minecraft? It's pretty good. It's doing okay. Just, you know me, dodging lava. I'm looking for the desert so I can mine thorium, and instead I just keep finding thorium gear. I found some adamantite though. But how's Bob doing? Is that a frost village? I want to go there. And murder everyone. I mean, take all of their stuff. Obviously. I gotta find thorium in order to build the Arcanist station. Until I build the Arcanist station, I can't build teleporters. Is that a polar bear? It better not be a fucking polar bear. That is a polar bear. A polar bear that is graciously trapped. Oh, skulls. What could possibly go wrong? Wouldn't mind the corn seed or the iron ore, but that's just, honest to God, not a big deal. Build fit. I just kind of want to see if there's anyone here. And I guess taking everything that they own is not a bad deal either. Is that like a rabbit or a snail? What's up, Katana? How's it going? Ah, fucking fire! God damn it! Hi, Katana. Yeah, Bob burnt our house down in Valheim. Or wait, was it Valheim or was it a different one? I think it was Icarus. Which was another survival craft game. Icarus had a lot of potential and they really just fucked it up. They just didn't want to make a conventional survival craft game. And because of that, they lost the plot. They did not understand how to make, like, something that people wanted to play. Stone Torque Daggers. Ooh, gold. He's gold. I will take that gold. But what will I take that gold over? A singular piece of common that I've never seen. Cotton, even though it's common. Or charcoal, which is literally just a byproduct. Yeah, we're going with that. Honestly, the daggers are not a bad pickup, but I guess I just replaced the copper ore because I just have nothing better to do. That's a big boy. They did. They just didn't do anything with it. Their problem was they tried to... Oh, it's a snail. Okay. Any escargot lovers? I think that's just cobalt. It is. Not that I mind, but I've been able to find cobalt relatively easily. Oh my god, so much wheat, which means so much free, like, shit. Like, this is just free essence of life. Yeah, I've got 2 full things of it now, so I can't even get more. I feel like the essences should, like, go into a non-inventory container. Like, there should just be a separate container for essences. But who knows, maybe that's actually a thing. And I am just blissfully unaware. Dude, where is the desert on this map? It's not to the north, clearly. I love gold! Yeah, you guys see that gold up there? I saw that gold up there. Have here. Huh. Opaz. I will keep that because that seems kind of rare. Is that a fucking polar bear? God damn it. You're gonna keep hearing me say that as long as I'm in the frost biome. Is that a polar bear? Is it after the dinner? The dessert? Yes. Okay. Surely by now. Chat, you have faith, right? Ah! Okay, never mind. Never mind. I broke my fucking ankle. Dude, how do you actually like sprint jump in this game? Need like more than a space, it looks like. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, the fact that this is ice is just, that's so evil. You slip as you go. Guess we'll head towards that. I don't know why it doesn't stay when you place it. I'm so happy that jumping doesn't take stamina. If they're going to use a stamina system, at least making jumping not take it is a actual lifesaver. Okay, so what is this? Cauliflower. Cauliflizzle. Oh, berries. That's just what we like to refer to, chat, as free real estate, baby. That's a bear. Okay, these redwood trees have a shit ton of lumber. What is this? Chili seeds. I thought... Oh, it's medium leather. I was gonna say, I thought I had medium hide. Tomato seeds. See, this sucks, because, like, I cannot hold anything more. I guess I'll get rid of the light hide. And... I will take that. I'm also gonna use that to replace that. I'd like to take the tomatoes, but I just can't. That's a big boy. He's such a chungusy type of guy. Wait, what happened to my capture crate? I hope I, like, put it in my thing. I was gonna capture one of those pig babies, but I guess not. Oh, that is the Forgotten Temple. Okay. I guess let's just head back. And then I can head out in a different direction. Holy treehouse Batman. Where's my Deku shrubs? Even got yaks. I got that high society. On point. Guys, I come in peace. I literally only want access to your valuables. We can all live in a mutually beneficial relationship, and where you get to keep your life, I get to keep all of your hard work and labor. It's a win-win. And yet they still persist in disappointing me with their lack of any actual beneficial item. I guess I could grab mature onion. I wonder wonder if that's like an actual bucket that I can take. Well, one thing's for sure, I ain't jumping out of this tree. Ah, excuse me. I'd be dead. Huh, okay. Ow. Fuck. Don't mind me, I am just a fin stalker. That seems like a fin stalker. I gotta stop bouncing. Thank you. Okay, so there are boats. But how does one ride the shoe puff? Damn, he fast. Ah, fuck! No fucking way. Why is bro that fast? Jesus, dude. I figure he'd be fast in water, not on land. Yeah, look, it's Awuz. It is native ethnic Borkestani peoples. That was almost bad. Oh, that's another Forgotten Temple gateway. Weird. So I'm still further west than I thought I was. Makes sense now that I think about it, but... Heckin' oinkers. Chat, it's a gobble gobble. I guess I'll, like, go turn this shit into the Forgotten Temple since I've seen so many things. And I am kind of running by it. Hadn't seen him before. Yeah, no. I'm not taking the fast way down, that's for sure. Thankfully, it looks like the bear is gone. Fuck, the golem's back. Gonna have to be careful about that. Okay, that's 36 memories. Morph potions. Or eternal seeds. Plus 1 maximum teleporter. Okay, so now I have 2 teleporters? When I eventually gain the ability to use them? Whip? Whip? Full whip. Now watch me nay-nay. Dad, I'm gonna die when I go out and I get smacked by the frost golem just trying to load. It's gonna feel a little weird. Fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm not waiting around for the golem. Heckin' oinkers. Higgly wigglies. Ham. Wait. Is it ham pea bacon? No, it's crispy bacon. There's the drop bear. He's asleep, chat. Don't wake him. I don't know why he's sleeping. It's not night yet. Not gonna complain, of course, but... More heckin' awoos. Made it back just in time for nighttime. Hmm. Yeah, so Adamantite's the, like, second highest. Its only other option is Mithril, it looks like. Eternal seeds are eternal! Hell yeah! Chili. Not plant. Pumpkins. Can't plant. Wheat seeds can't plant. I think it needs to be watered? Okay, so they're in there. Think the fox wants in? What it looks like? Maybe I'll try resting and seeing if that helps. Because I think, like, it's, like, bugged out. Oh, it needs to be hoed. I could not figure out why that was not working. Like, that was just legitimately confusing. So I still need thorium. That's my big problem. Huh, that's so weird. You can't use it properly. If that's a thing. What's up, Arch? How's it going, bud? I think I'll just put all that food in there. Medium hides. Go in the tanning bench. I do like that the tanning bench doesn't take anything. That's so nice. Okay. We're going out on another expedition, chat. To find thorium again. Because until I find it, I just can't do nothing. Now, it does make... Oh, God. It does make sense that the desert would be to the south. I hope the game is not that logical, though. That it doesn't, like, it doesn't go like, oh, the colder areas are always north. The warmer areas are always south. So, like, I really hope that's not the case. I hope it's more variant than that. Oh, fuck. That fast fucker. Oh, fuck. That fast fucker. But I feel like this is the best case scenario is I just take off in a direction again and hope I find it. I do also wish that the game would say like, hey, like you've explored in this direction. You can now permanently see in this direction, but it doesn't. It instead gives you like a range of vision. I wonder if there's a feature like the map planned for this game. Admittedly, though, the map in Minecraft is so freaking bad. Damn. Like, again, this is just free essence of life. Now that I know that, like, crops... Like, which crops are which, and that they specifically give, essence of life, it makes them worth gathering. Flax usually gets turned into, like, textiles, but I don't know if that's a thing in this game, because, like, linen scraps are only dropped by, skeletons? See, that's another Forgotten Temple gateway. It would be interesting if you could enter the Forgotten Temple and then just, like, exit at any other Forgotten Temple point. Dude. Holy fuck. Where is the desert? Like, I have a legitimately beautiful, like, world seed, but it's problematic because thorium seems to only come, like, in the desert. So, if I can't find the desert, how the fuck do I get thorium? Huh. I guess we'll run over here to this village as well. Or ruins of a village, I don't know. Good. That is a glowing mushroom, that is not thorium. It's more like a graveyard than a village. Oh. Well, that's an interesting effect. Sorry, chat, that's my Discord. Looks like water. Ow! Huh? That was a little bit problematic. Fuck that. Boom powder? May as well take the high roll chest. Okay, that seems to become a legitimate, like, Okay. Legitimate cave. Dude, this place just keeps going on and on and on. This looks like it's another exit. Unless... Wait, is it the way I came in? Wow. Yeah, that's just weird. It was honestly not even that lucrative. For how much damage I probably took while in there? Aha! My eyes have seen it, chat. We stopped for nothing. There's no brakes on this train. We are going straight south. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. So it does unfortunately seem like that is the world logic. And if so, I'm slightly disappointed in the game. I get that it's logical, but it does kind of defeat the point of exploration if you do always know where the desert is and where the cold biome is. Miss me with that shit. It's rainy. I gotta admit, they definitely make, like... The skybox is more beautiful than it is in Minecraft. The weather effects are really nice. The music is great. Like, there's a lot of stuff they do right in this game. Compared to, like, Minecraft. And it does tell me that, like, Minecraft can just make a shit ton of improvements. Which I don't think anyone that's a huge fan of Minecraft would argue, honestly. Like, Minecraft's been around for a long time, but they definitely could have done a better job with it over the years. They have absolutely tried to milk the crap out of it. Because it is a great idea. That's just par for the course nowadays, is that, like... Oh, the golden steps. Just that, like... And they weren't kidding when they said steps. A scorpion? Is that a camel? A sand lizard? Ow! The fuck? It kicked me! Wasn't even doing anything to it. Bet it spits too. What is that? Like a dinosaur? Oh. You're gonna make me have to cross this. Isn't use. Fire flower. Give me fire. Ah, a cacti. Cactus ball. Okay. Okay, so now we got some vein. Of course, that goes nowhere. A random cave in the desert. Oh, that, however, goes way deeper. Honey, the fuck? Air grimoire? Purification? Damn, whoever lived here was brewing up a storm. Oh god, a pink potion. Nobody tell Steve. Do not tell Steve that there are pink potions in this game, or we are all dead. There we go, we got some thorium. I am going to take those copper gauntlets and put them on, because one, they'll just degrade, and two, the thorium gauntlets are really nice. Gotta keep stealing these high roll chests, though. They're actually, like, aesthetically pleasing. Glad I came down into the basement, though. Ball, yes. Ball cacti. Bullseye. Okay, so the air grimoire does not appear to be special. I'll take the thorium ingot. Oh, hell yeah. And then an actual copper cuirass. This one place. I didn't even go down that deep. This is just somebody's underground stash, and it is so lucrative to me right now. Like... Oh my god, dude. I don't really need the lettuce seed bag. Like, yeah, now I have 19 thorium ore. That would probably be enough for the ingots, unless it's not on a 1-to, or like even if it's a 2-to-1. But I also got a straight thorium ingot, which is just patently absurd on its own. Now the problems that we are going to have is going to be how to figure it out. Is that all sand? White sand. I have actually been looking for this. Because I think sand is what's necessary to make glass. So I will take that. Hello, mama. So thorium just that. What is that? Chitin. Okay. Glowing sac larva. I don't think that's of any use. Meanwhile, boom shroom? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Fuck, there's more thorium. Am I full on thorium? Fuck. Don't need the plant fiber. Don't need the dirt. Need the copper ore. I mean, I'd prefer to keep the copper ore, but... There. I kinda want to go down there. Emphasis on kinda. I just don't see an easy path down. Motherfucker. It's not worth losing the thorium that I've gotten. Sometimes you just gotta know when it's not a good environment. What the hell that noise was? Yeah, again. I don't like it when the music changes like that. That's when it's like, okay, that's just scary. Don't do that. Motherfucker. So far, I'd also say the distinct lack of creepers in this game has made it less perilous. Ow, what the fuck? Now that's weird. Why is it like I'm walking on water? Yeah, go ahead. Follow me across lava, you fucking dumbass. See how that goes for you. Okay. I am reasonably full. Like, I've got basically 40 thorium. That is enough for a good trip, in my opinion. Ah. Now the question is, can I find or remember my way out? I remember this. Yeah. I've definitely been here. This is my way out. Well, fuck me. Oh, damn. Okay, there we go. Oh, is that an eclipse? That's just a null moon. I don't know. All I know is I don't really want to stick around to find out. Get out of this god-forsaken desert. So it seems to me that that's like the very first thing you almost want to do in Hytale. Because the teleporters are such an essential thing that you basically want to like go visit the Forgotten Temple to unlock memories and then immediately try to find a desert. Because everything else can be acquired. And since the Forgotten Temple appears to have multiple entrances that can just kind of be on the way, it's not much of a big deal. Ow. I keep eating berries just to keep my health topped in case something calamitous befalls me. Let us avoid the skeleton. Since they care not for my kind. There's a skeleton in all of us just trying to get out. That's true. What the fuck? Nope. I'm not dealing with a Void Eye. Oh, why are there multiple? So Void Eyes are basically beholders. They just float around, they have eyes, and they shoot laser beams, so... really just don't want to fuck with them. Like, at all. Actually kind of nasty that they're in this area, because this is kind of like the beginning biome. Yep, they do be hitting you with that. Dokuda. I will refill my bucket. This bucket. It's such a long way. Nope, missed me with that shit. Whee! Can't kill me if I'm inside the Forgotten Temple. Maximum 2 teleporters. I have found every possible Quebec. Dude, the fact that I've only found 8 out of 52 undead's kind of wild. That does unfortunately tell me, though, that, like, the undead are just the dominant thing in the game. And that's it. Nice. Fuck this shit, I'm out. What is this? Shit. Huh. I'm surprised they have so much, like, work in prog stuff. I do wonder, though, again, like, is the world procedurally generated? Like, I assume it is based off everything they've said, but, like, that tells me that that's a statically spawning point of interest that they don't have prepared yet. Kind of insane. Like, why make it spawn at all, then? But maybe it's because, like, it has to placehold, like, it's so critically important that they have to have it spawn in so that when they patch it to be fulfilled, it will already exist in your world rather than, like, them having to fuck up your world to get it to generate after the fact. Damn, that's a lot of piggies. This is a heck of a lot of running. I also hope that I can eventually mount creatures. God, now this just makes me really wish that they would, like, update Conan. Conan's still just one of those few games where it's like, I really crave more substantive updates to it. And honestly, I'm more surprised that, like, we haven't gotten more, like, in the realm of things like this, like, AI world generation games. Like, the only issue, for instance, with Starfield in that regard is that a space version doesn't exactly lend itself to that sort of thing. And we're gonna set that to cook. And now we gotta get some more sticks. Potatoes. Is that regrowing? Do trees regrow? What's up, Elon? Hightail to where? We're hightailing it to Hytale. Yeah, I'm beginning to think trees actually do regrow, which if so, that's fantastic. I'm gonna bake those logs instead for now. And then, what do I need for the Arcanist bench? Linen scraps, which I have in spades. Essence of the Void, which I just barely have enough. And just the 10 thorium ingots. I just need 4 more of these suckers. Oh, the rectangle potato, right? Nobody ever expects it. The rectangular Inquisition. I do wish these things would just cook faster, but apparently you literally have to get your upgrades in order for that to be a thing. That was kind of a waste. I should have let that ingot finish. Basically, I'm gonna upgrade it, and it should go faster because of said upgrade. Okay, now I can fit more in here. That is the maximum tier? Okay. I need Essence of Fire to upgrade it next, so Shadow Weave scraps. And heavy leather. I hope the portal is not that rough. Okay. Teleporter, any stone, azure kelp, and azure logs. I mean, the logs, again, should be fairly easy because they just spawn in a certain biome. It's basically, I believe, these blue biomes are where you can find it, so that's not going to be too hard. These two to create a warp link. Okay. That's not too bad. That's so sad. So it looks like you can't actually make you can't actually make glass in the game. Or if you can, you have to do it by other means. Yeah, so I can't put white sand in there. That's probably just you have to create like barred windows, and that's the closest thing. Which I'm sure takes iron. Okie dokie, chatty roki. I am gonna call it quits here, though. Let me see who all's on. Who me give love to? I see a Mr. CZ on, so I'm gonna send you guys over his way. That's not how you spell words. But thank you guys for watching. I will not be back until Monday. So, again, I appreciate y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay warm, because apparently it's going to be super cold. And, yeah, I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.